In this video we reveal the secrets of the legendary dungeon. Before we start the video, I would like to give a big shout out to the Discord Tavern team who contribute a lot to the FAQs and made this video possible. The legendary dungeon is a special dungeon that is only available a few times per year and for a limited amount of time. The goal is to fight your way through 100 floors until you receive a legendary item as a reward at the end. Each legendary dungeon has a special item set, and the items it contains can be found during the duration of the respective legendary dungeon. Legendary items are added to the scrapbook and increase the chance of finding legendary gems in the gem mine. It is important to note that legendary items do not affect the XP bonus percentage from the scrapbook. Here you have a picture that shows the approximate chance of finding legendary gems in the gem mine, depending on how many legendary items you have collected. Please note that the exact chances of finding legendary gems are unknown, so these numbers are based on feedback from the community. If you look at the graph, you can see that the maximum chance of finding a legendary gem does not exceed 20%. With 10 legendary items collected, the chance of finding a legendary gem is approximately 8%. Legendary gems are available all year round and can be found regardless of the gem mine level. These gems are the best gem choice for every class, providing both main stat and constitution with much higher values than black gems. When you equip a companion with a legendary gem, the main stat changes accordingly. Due to the rarity of legendary gems, I can really recommend extracting these gems from old items at the blacksmith. The way the legendary dungeon works is that on each floor you have the choice between two directions, left or right. On your way to floor 100, you will be hindered by monsters, traps and locked doors. When you encounter a monster, you always have the option to fight the monster or attempt to escape. If you choose to escape, there is a chance that you will still take damage from the monster. If you choose to fight and win, you have a chance to receive a key. Keys can be used to open locked doors and thus avoid dangerous situations. The monsters deal relative damage depending on the floor on which you fight the monster. Here you have an overview that shows you the approximate amount of damage done by monsters on the different floors. On floors 25, 50, 75 and 100, you will encounter a final boss with increased damage. The difficulty lies in getting as far as possible per attempt, since otherwise the regeneration time can only be avoided with mushrooms. When you die, your progress is saved on the floor you died on. Then the regeneration time begins, during which you regenerate 4.17% HP per hour. This means that after 24 hours you will have 100% HP again. However, you can enter the legendary dungeon as soon as your HP is above 20%. The cost to immediately re-enter the legendary dungeon with 100% HP is 48 mushrooms. During an active legendary dungeon, you can do as many runs as possible. Now let's move on to the question of how to get as far as possible in the legendary dungeon. To understand the legendary dungeon, you have to understand that every single run is played differently and depends on your gems of fate. Each time you defeat a final boss at floors 25, 50 and 75, you will be able to choose one of 3 gems of fate, which will influence your gameplay for that run. Each gem of fate always has 2 effects, a positive and a negative effect. For example, the effects can increase the chance of a successful escape attempt, while also increasing the damage taken by monsters. A clever combination of gems of fate and adapting your own playstyle to them can increase your chances of success. The best gems tend to be the gems that increase your chance of escape or give you a chance at open doors. However, there are also some general tips that I don't want to withhold from you. At floors 1 to 25, it is recommended to fight all monsters you encounter. The reason for this is that the damage of monsters on these floors is the lowest, and you can therefore farm keys that become useful later in the game. You should also remember to adapt your playing style to your own life points. If you have full HP, it's not necessarily worth clicking on barrels. Barrels can each contain a curse or a blessing. At full HP, a heal would have little effect, while a curse can send you plummeting. However, if you're low on HP and about to die anyway, healing from a barrel might prove to be your saving grace. So the less HP you have, the more profitable it is to roll for an effect. To avoid having keys left over at the end of the run, it is a good rule of thumb to start using them when the number of your keys is half the number of floors remaining. For example, if you have 10 keys, start using them at floor 80. Another very important tip is to re-roll the buffs that are offered to you by the merchant. Each run you will encounter the merchant a total of 3 times, who will offer you buffs in return for keys. You have the option of re-rolling the buffs that are offered to you for a single mushroom. This means you can get strong healing buffs by using just a few mushrooms. Another strategy I want to tell you about is the 20% strategy. With this strategy, you re-enter the legendary dungeon when you have only regenerated 20% of your HP and not the full 100% HP. You do this in the hope that a positive effect will quickly get you back into the run. This strategy is particularly strong in combination with the Gem of Fate, Greasy Healing Stone, as it restores 10% HP for 3 floors after each revive. Since monsters can cause more than 20% damage later on, you should make sure that you can tank at least 1 hit when re-entering the legendary dungeon with low HP. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a click on the like button, and if you need a good overview of all the classes in Shakes and Fidget, you can watch this video right here.